Welcome to the Bare Metal Cyber Security Plus podcast. This series helps you prepare for the CompTIA Security Plus exam with focused explanations and practical context. For a companion study guide, check out the Achieve CompTIA Security Plus 701 Exam Success by Dr. Jason Edwards. It is the most concise and complete Security Plus guide on the market, built for busy professionals who want to pass the exam fast and on their first try. You can find this book and others at cyberauthor.me. In earlier episodes, we explored the fundamentals of securing wireless networks and mobile devices. We talked about device configuration, site surveys, and how to protect data on the move. But as networks grow more complex and threats become more sophisticated, basic protections are no longer enough. That is where advanced wireless security techniques come into play. These methods involve stronger encryption, smarter authentication systems, and well-tested cryptographic protocols. In this episode, we focus on wireless security settings and the cryptographic tools that keep data safe as it moves across the airwaves. Let's begin with wireless security settings, starting with Wi-Fi Protected Access 3. This is the most advanced security protocol currently available for securing wireless networks. It improves on earlier versions by using more modern cryptography, stronger protections against brute force attacks, and improved privacy between users on the same network. One of the major upgrades in Wi-Fi Protected Access 3 is its use of the simultaneous authentication of equals handshake. This is a more secure key exchange process that protects against offline dictionary attacks, which are common methods for trying to guess passwords. Another key benefit of Wi-Fi Protected Access 3 is individualized data encryption. In older standards, like Wi-Fi Protected Access 2, all users on a network often shared the same encryption key. That meant that anyone on the network could potentially intercept the traffic of another user. Wi-Fi Protected Access 3 creates unique keys for each session, so even users on the same network cannot easily eavesdrop on each other. This is especially important in public or shared spaces like schools, offices, and coffee shops. Wi-Fi Protected Access 3 also eliminates outdated encryption methods like temporal key integrity protocol and instead uses strong ciphers such as the Advanced Encryption Standard with 128-bit keys. This brings wireless security in line with the cryptographic standards used in other secure communications. When deploying wireless networks today, organizations should use Wi-Fi Protected Access 3 whenever possible and avoid fallback to earlier, weaker protocol. Devices that do not support this standard should be considered for upgrade or placed on isolated networks with limited access. Beyond the security protocol itself, organizations can strengthen wireless networks by using centralized authentication systems. One of the most common methods is to implement remote authentication dial-in user service. This system is widely used to manage authentication, authorization, and accounting across a network. When a user attempts to connect to the wireless network, their credentials are sent to a remote authentication dial-in user service server which verifies their identity, determines what they are allowed to access, and records the activity for auditing. The benefit of using remote authentication dial-in user service is that it centralizes access control, making it easier to manage users and enforce consistent policies. It also supports dynamic credentials and multi-factor authentication, which are increasingly required in modern environments. For example, in a university setting, students and faculty can all connect to the same wireless network, but receive different access rights based on their roles. The remote authentication dial-in user service server determines what each user can do and keeps a record of their activity. Implementing remote authentication dial-in user service does require some planning. The wireless access points must be configured to forward authentication requests to the server. User credentials must be stored securely, often in a directory service like Lightweight Directory Access Protocol. It is also critical to ensure that the communication between the access point and the remote authentication dial-in user service server is encrypted so that credentials are not exposed during transmission. When configured correctly, this system creates a highly flexible and secure wireless network. Now let's move to the second half of our topic: cryptographic and authentication protocols that protect wireless data. One of the most important of these is transport layer security. Transport layer security is a cryptographic protocol used to provide secure communication over networks. In wireless environments, it can be used to protect authentication processes, management traffic, and even data in motion. Transport layer security uses certificates, digital signatures, and session keys to ensure confidentiality and integrity. For example, when a wireless client connects to an enterprise network using transport layer security, the authentication process can be protected end-to-end. This prevents attackers from intercepting credentials or injecting malicious traffic during the handshake. When combined with certificate-based authentication, transport layer security ensures that only trusted devices and users can connect. It also helps prevent man-in-the-middle attacks, where a third party attempts to impersonate the access point or the client. Next, we revisit the advanced encryption standard. This symmetric encryption algorithm is used across a wide variety of security technologies, including wireless communications. In the context of wireless security, the advanced encryption standard provides fast and reliable encryption of user data. The 128-bit version is the most commonly used in wireless standards, offering a strong balance of performance and protection. It encrypts data in blocks, making it difficult for attackers to reverse engineer or analyze traffic, even if they can capture it. Another important authentication protocol is the extensible authentication protocol. This is not a single method, but rather a framework that supports multiple authentication techniques. The extensible authentication protocol allows networks to choose from a variety of methods, such as passwords, digital certificates, smart cards, or even biometric factors. In wireless networks, the extensible authentication protocol is often used in conjunction with transport layer security or remote authentication dial-in user service to provide secure, flexible authentication. This combination supports secure roaming, multi-factor authentication, and other advanced features. Let's walk through a real-world scenario to see how these technologies work together. Imagine a corporate environment with hundreds of employees who connect to the wireless network daily. The organization uses Wi-Fi Protected Access 3 for encryption, the remote authentication dial-in user service protocol for centralized access control, and the extensible authentication protocol for authentication. Each employee is issued a digital certificate that is stored on their laptop or smartphone. When they attempt to connect, their device uses transport layer security to encrypt the session and the certificate to authenticate. The remote authentication dial-in user service server verifies the certificate, authorizes access based on the user's role, and logs the session. This layered approach protects against a wide variety of attacks. Eavesdropping is prevented by the advanced encryption standard. Credential theft is blocked by transport layer security and certificate-based authentication. Unauthorized access is limited through remote authentication, dial-in user service role enforcement, and suspicious behavior can be traced through logs and alerts. This is what advanced wireless security looks like in action: integrated, layered, and precise. To review, advanced wireless security involves choosing the right settings and protocols to protect both data and access. Wi-Fi Protected Access 3 provides the strongest encryption and authentication currently available for wireless networks. Remote authentication dial-in user service offers centralized control and accountability. Transport layer security ensures that authentication data and management traffic remain private and tamper-resistant. The advanced encryption standard provides robust data encryption, and the extensible authentication protocol allows for flexible, secure identity verification. Together, these tools form a comprehensive wireless security strategy. When studying for the Security Plus exam, pay special attention to how these technologies work together. You might be asked to choose the right authentication protocol for a secure network, identify the benefits of Wi-Fi Protected Access 3 over earlier standards, or recognize how the advanced encryption standard is used in wireless encryption. Understand the purpose of each component and how it contributes to the overall security posture. Diagrams, acronyms, and handshake processes are common testing areas, so be sure to review how the pieces connect. Thanks for joining us for this episode of the Bare Metal Cybersecurity Plus podcast. For more episodes, tools, and study support, visit us at baremetalcyber.com. And before you take the test, Make sure to check out the practice questions in the book Achieve CompTIA Security Plus SY0-701 Exam Success by Dr. Jason Edwards. They cover every domain and are a powerful way to lock in your knowledge.